Disney Plus Day has given us an Obi-Wan Kenobi behind-the-scenes sizzle reel. Well, I guess it leaked yesterday, but I held off on covering it, hoping we'd get to see more today, but that's looking unlikely, so let's just dive into what we got. I mostly want to just talk about the concept art within the video because a lot of the discussion about the series is about how exciting it is and how the fans have waited long enough for Obi-Wan to come back. Yeah, we know. But I do want to say how pumped I am to have Deborah Chow directing the entire series after her fantastic work on The Mandalorian. I get tunnel vision on the story itself that I sometimes forget about the team behind it all, but let's get into some of the concept art. The first shot is an older-looking Obi-Wan. He's reminiscent of some of the official and fan art we've seen of Kenobi during this era, looking rugged with a bunch of gear like a gaffy stick. I know it's supposed to be 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, but he's still looking older than I expected for some reason. The concept art doesn't mean he'll definitely look that aged, but I'm digging it. I like seeing McGregor's Kenobi with that Alec Guinness gray in his beard. The stormtroopers in these massive halls. This is interesting. At a very quick glance, I was like, oh yeah, that's the Jedi Temple. Wait, is it? The very tall walls and high ceilings give off that impression. I think it would be pretty awesome to see the Jedi Temple converted into the Emperor's Palace in live action, but I think it's more likely some other Imperial base. The green glow makes it look like it's underwater, there seem to be fish or something outside the windows, so now my brain is jumping to the Fortress Inquisitorius on the planet Nur. We first saw that in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's near Mustafar and it's where all the Inquisitors hang out, and part of it is underwater. I'd love to see that in live action as well. I love that game, so solidifying even more of it into the world of streaming would be phenomenal. I was thrilled enough seeing Braca in the Bad Batch. Speaking of Inquisitors, we straight up get a mention of Jedi Hunters, and then we see an Inquisitor on Tatooine. It looks like the second sister, which does not work within the timeline. She'd have been dead for about 5 years. This could be a flashback, or they may have replaced her, but most likely I think we just have to remember that we're looking at concept art. They're just trying to get a vibe of the show, not necessarily the accurate details. The big takeaway from this, I think, is that Inquisitors will be playing a role in this story. Which ones remain to be seen. I'm very into this idea because everything we've heard is that Obi-Wan will be leaving Tatooine. As the video mentions, Kenobi's primary mission right now, his one task, is to protect Luke. So why would he do that? Well, maybe an Inquisitor shows up and gets a lead on Kenobi or Luke, and then Obi-Wan has to chase them down, or lead the Empire on a wild bantha chase across the galaxy to get them away from Tatooine. Basically, if they can work it out so that Obi-Wan has to leave Tatooine in order to protect Luke, I'm very into that idea. Then we get 3 quick pieces of location concept art. It's hard to pull much from these. The first looks kind of rainy, so I'd guess that's not Tatooine, probably someplace new. The second is more of a classic underworld city, and even if my initial reaction to Obi-Wan leaving Tatooine is trepidation, the idea of seeing him trying to be inconspicuous in a place like this is exciting enough. Even if I wind up not liking the reason they create for him to head back out into the galaxy, I'm gonna get over that pretty quick. That's the story, I accept it, let's go enjoy the ride. The last location shot is interesting, lots of T-47 airspeeders and a gonk droid hidden in a cave or something. Is this part of the rebellion? Is it just a bunch of civilians with airspeeders? I wouldn't be surprised to see Bail Organa or Mon Mothma in this, and such a recognizable ship makes me assume we're seeing some Rebel Alliance base, but who knows at this point. The latter half of the video is all about the excitement surrounding Hayden coming back to play Darth Vader, and there's some new art of what appears to be Vader's throne within his fortress. You can see lava out the window, so that has to be Fortress Vader, and I just love that location so much. I can't wait to see it again. He's getting a message from someone, maybe it's an Inquisitor reporting about rumors of Kenobi or something, sending Vader into a collision course with his old master. There's a quick glimpse of Ewan training for a lightsaber fight, and then yeah, we get some concept art of Ben and Vader crossing blades as well, on a catwalk, surrounded by fire. Again, I'm gonna try not to read too much into this. The artist may have just been trying to update their previous duel into a new era. I certainly don't think they're gonna fight on Mustafar again. It looks like they're in a burning city or something. I do find it interesting that they would have another very fire-based duel a second time, but like I said, all of this is concept art. We might not see any of it in the final product. A lot of these images are more about setting a mood or a tone. They don't have to be depicting actual scenes. But that's it. We get the title card, which says streaming 2022, which we knew, but still it's nice to see some confirmation. It's looking like that might be all the Star Wars news we're getting today, which is, yeah, disappointing, but oh well. There's still some really cool potential in this sizzle reel. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.